Live. So, welcome to Coffee with Markus. This is now episode 55. And today we're going to talk about, does trading really work? Can you really make money with trading? Now, if this is your first time here, welcome. So, before we get started, let me give you a super quick intro of why I'm doing this show. Because, you see, here's what I'm seeing. Most people who start trading expect their account to explode. And they've seen these ads and emails that promise them to turn $2,000 into $1 million or something crazy like this. And then they start trading. They quickly realize that it doesn't work this way. So if you're sick and tired of all the hype and empty promises, then this show here is for you, because my goal is to give you the strategies and the tools that you need to be successful. Because the last thing I want to see is you losing your hard-earned money. And here's my promise to you. I will only show you strategies and tools that I personally use in my trading. Plus, I'm keeping it real. I'll show you all my trades, winning trades and losing trades, and no hype, just facts, so that you have the right tools, strategies, and mindset, because I want you to succeed. And if this sounds good to you, and if you can hear me and see me just fine, then click like right now, or type heck yes in the comments, and we will get started. Okay, awesome. So, seems that we are good. We are live on YouTube and we are live on Facebook. And today I want to switch it up a little bit. You know, in the beginning, usually we talk about the markets, of what's happening there. And see, today, not really a whole lot is happening because we're just going sideways. Not much going on. Actually, you know what? I can't resist. I have to switch to the screen and show you here exactly of what's happening. So you see, this morning we open up and we have been trading in a really, really narrow range. Right now, it seems that we are puking into the close. So we have a down move here into the close. But as you can see, for most of the day, we have just been piddling sideways. And you might be wondering why. Why don't we have a rally right now? Why don't we have a crash? I mean, this is what's happening right now. There's a lot of uncertainty of what's going on with our economy. You see, on the one hand, we have more cases of this nasty virus being reported from Texas, from Florida, and from Arizona. And then there's hopes of the economy restarting. And Powell said everything will be fine. And so this is why today markets are taking a breather. As said, right now, puking into the close. This is what's happening. So not really a whole lot. So this is why I thought we can jump right into the topic. So good to see everybody here. So thanks for being here. Thanks for commenting. Thanks for the thumbs up and for the likes. Really appreciate it. So what I want to talk about today is, does trading really work? Because sometimes it feels that you're going one step forward and then two steps back, doesn't it? See, this is why I have a private Facebook group, and I want to show you something that Rosemary actually shared yesterday. Let me jump to the screen here. So you see, this is my private Facebook VIP group for those who already have the PowerX Optimizer or are part of my mastermind group. And here's what Rosemary said. She said yesterday, how's everybody doing? I got out last Friday losing most of my gains, and yesterday I got stopped out of a loss during the same day. And today I put on 3 trades, 2 long and 1 short, and they're all in the red. Is everybody in the same boat or staying out of the market? What is going on here? You see what Rosemary shared here? Does this sound familiar? I mean, see, this is where sometimes it really feels that you're not moving. And let me show you what's even worse. This is where some traders then look at some charts and they look at these percentage movers. See, this is where they say, oh my gosh, so today there's Carve that moved up all the way from $2 to $22, right? I mean, these are these so-called penny stocks. Or you have Cone, another stock that was trading at $4, moving up. And you see the percentages here, making 300%, 137%. And when you see this, you're wondering, why can't I do this, right? I mean, why do I feel like Rosemary here, right? That I'm taking 1 step forward and 2 steps back. You see, doing something like this with penny stocks, it's like winning the lottery. Have you ever heard of Carve before? And you see, they've shot up today, and right now they're coming down. And this is what usually happens. What goes up must come down, especially when it has these parabolic moves here. So I want to share a little bit of what I have experienced in all my years of trading. You see, in order to trade and to trade successfully, you might have to have two things. And I wanted actually to take some notes because I think this is really important. So let me switch here to my desktop and let's talk about, does trading really work? So I believe you must have two things. And the first thing that you need is a solid trading strategy. Now, we have talked about this before. What exactly do you need in a trading strategy? Well, first of all, a trading strategy need to first tell you what to trade, right? I mean, what stock or what option or what binary option, what future market, doesn't really matter. It also has to show you when exactly to enter a trade, and then we need to know when to exit a trade. And when it comes to exiting, you can either exit with a profit, yay, I mean, this is what we are trading, or you're exiting with a loss, right? I mean, both ways are possible here. And this is what a solid trading strategy does for you. It gives you these things. Now, as you know, I personally like to use the Power X strategy. That is the strategy. Let me actually move this over here a little bit so that you can see it. There we go. That is the strategy that I like to trade here. And this is exactly what also Rosemary is trading. Now, here's a second thing that you need, again, based on my experience. And the second thing is you need to have confidence in your strategy. We talked about this in another video, because if you don't have the confidence, you start chasing shiny objects. You jump from one strategy to another, or from one newsletter to another. You buy more and more tools. At least this is what happened to me in the beginning when I was lacking the confidence. So confidence is absolutely important. And the key question is here, so how? People ask me all the time, how do you have so much confidence in your plan? And here's my answer. Here is my answer to confidence. I know my numbers. I know what to expect. Okay, so let's write this down. I know what to expect. And I'm also knowing what is happening right now. And I'll show you my numbers here in a moment. You see, for example, what to expect. As you know, I'm using the PowerX strategy, and I am using the PowerX optimizer to find the best stocks and options to trade. That is the software that I use every day. I'm actually using it at night to find the best trades, and then I confirm it in the next morning. And this is what I use to trade only, 15, 30, at most 35 minutes a day. So when I run it, I look for certain stocks, and I look for stocks that give me at least 60% return of my investment. So let's write this down because I think it's super important. So what to expect, 60% return on investment. This is per year. This means I'm expecting 5% per month. Now, again, I'm always happy when I'm surprised in a positive way, but these are my minimum requirements. So what else am I expecting here? Let's take a look at this. I'm expecting a 40% winning percentage. These are my settings. Again, your settings might be different. Your strategy might be different, but this is what exactly I'm expecting. So let's write this down. A 40% winning percentage. So this means 6 out of 10 trades are losing trades, losses. Okay, so this is very important because I show you some real results that I've been achieving here, trading over the past month in just a moment. But let's talk about what else am I expecting. So what else am I expecting? It's a profit factor of at least 3. So let's talk about this. A profit factor of 3. Now, what does a profit factor of 3 means? It means that for every dollar that I lose, I expect to make at least $3. So this is my ratio. And again, yours might be completely different. But that's what I'm looking for. So these are my expectations when trading the PowerX strategy. So let me show you some real results. Because as you know, 1 month ago, it's exactly a month ago, on May 19th, I opened an account with Tastyworks, a small account. I put $20,000 into the account because I wanted to see how quickly can I grow this account. And yeah, thus far, the results are a little bit underwhelming. So I want to show you some real results on this particular account that I have been trading with my trading plan. And I'll show you my trading plan here in just a moment. But I want to show you what exactly happened here on this account. I want to show you the statistics. So let's move this actually a little bit over to make it easier for you to see. And also making this a little bit larger. So therefore, it's easier to see on the screen. Is that okay? If this is okay, if you can see the screen, just click on like really quick. Helps me to gauge whether I need to make it even bigger or if this is good here. So as you see, since May 19th, so for the past months, I've had 192 signals. I ruled out a few stocks according to my plan. I had 41 triggered and 31 filled. So this means over the past 4 weeks, I've taken 31 trades. Now, out of these 31 trades, 9 trades right now are still open. So I currently have 9 trades in my portfolio, and I closed 22 trades. Now, out of these 22 trades, I closed 6 with a profit and 16 with a loss. Now, I've just shown you. What do I expect? First of all, 6 out of 22 trades is 27%. So right now, my winning percentage is 27%. I'm expecting a 40% winning percentage, right? This is what we talked about here, a 40% winning percentage, and this is why I also wrote it down here. So right now, the strategy is underperforming. And this is very important to understand, because when you are trading a strategy and you're expecting a winning percentage of 40%, it means that in the long run, and usually based on my experience, a good number of trades to look at is 40 trades. So you want to see this after 40 trades. So right now, as you can see, I only closed 22 trades. So it's absolutely normal for every trading strategy to have times when they're underperforming and then they're overperforming. You see, when trading, you don't have this straight line that goes up from the lower right to the upper left, right? I mean, it doesn't work this way. There are dips in there, and you will see that sometimes it's just going sideways or maybe even down, and then it is taking off. But let's talk about some more results here. So right now, definitely underperforming. So I expected over the next few weeks to overperform. But you see, before we talk more about the results, let's talk about what is happening right now in the markets. So I'm looking here at the S&P 500. And at this time, looking at the market here, let me just get rid of this. You see, yes, we have been moving a little bit up. And right now, markets are definitely nervous because nobody knows. I'm doing this video here on June 17th of what's happening with this nasty virus. I mean, we have a spike in cases in Florida, Texas, Arizona, but then overall, it seems that our economy is rebounding. So these are definitely tricky times to trade. I mean, these are not easy. Anyhow, so this is why right now it is underperforming. But let me also show you a little bit more. Because again, the winning percentage is only one of the things. What I also expect is that I have a profit factor of 3 to 1. And right now, this is also not quite there yet. Because you see, the average losing trade is $200, and this is super important. I'm keeping my losses small here, right? Again, think about it. It's a $20,000 account. So $200 per losing trade is 1%. And the average winning trade is 433. So right now, as of right now, my loss after 4 weeks of trading, and I told you, I'm giving it to you straight. Which I could tell you that I'm always winning and I'm really, really good at trading. And after 4 weeks of trading here, I have a loss of $600 in a $20,000 account. That is what? How much? 3%. That's nothing. Especially if you look at the results here and you know that the average winning trade is $433. So this means basically that one winning trade is getting me close to break even, and a few more winning trades, and I'll be nicely up. And I do expect more winning trades because, again, I have been underperforming. By the way, I want to show you this here really quick. In my company, Rockwell Trading, I mean, obviously we have a team there, and some of the team members are trading. So one of the team members who is trading is Alex, who is responsible for all the technology, for the website, for the backends and everything. So Alex, I just want to show you. We had a conversation yesterday, actually. It was through Skype, and I'll let you read this here, because Alex said, "Well, I'm trading right now and I'm not doing well." And I said, "Well, I'm not doing well either. Look at this. Check the stats. 22 losing trades, only 6 winning trades." Exactly what I have just shown you. And then Alex says, "Yes, I'm surprised you're only down $600. I said, "Why are you surprised?" "I'm keeping my losses small. This is the secret here. One winning trade will bring me back to break even." And this is when Alex actually said, "I'm surprised that I'm only down $155 a month." And you see 2 more winning trades and I have a decent profit. And you see, this, I believe, is the key. You have to keep your losses small. So let me actually go back here, because what we wanted to do is talk about, is it actually possible to make money with trading? So is it possible to make money with trading? I've been trading for a long time. Can't remember how long. Probably more than 20 years. I'm sure that it's more than 20 years. And I can give you my answer: yes, it absolutely is possible to make money with trading. And there's a few things that you need to consider. Number one, trading is a marathon, not a sprint. Okay? When you see these crazy claims, how you can turn $1,000 into $1 million, or never have a losing trade again, or make 1,000%, run away. I mean, I'm here as real as it gets. I'm sharing my real results with you. This is my account, the small account that I'm trading right now. I have a total of 8 accounts. It's one of the accounts that I'm trading, but the results are pretty representative of all the other accounts here. So this is number one. Number two, is it possible to make money with trading? Yes. Stay focused. Don't jump from one trading strategy to another one. That is one of the big mistakes that I made in the beginning of my trading career. I mean, this is where I started trading a strategy and then it underperformed, as it does right now, right? And then I jumped to the next trading strategy, and then I jumped to the next trading strategy. And does this sound familiar at all? If I'm not the only one, type in a comment and say, yes, that sounds familiar, or give me a like here. Anyhow, so the third thing is, I think it's absolutely important to stay disciplined. And what do I mean by this? Disciplined. Almost. There we go. Okay. Stay disciplined. So let me tell you a story really quick. So you know that my kids are sailing. So we go to regattas all over the country. And a few years ago, we went to a regatta in New Orleans. And this were in the evening after the first day. One of the dads said, "Hey, you know what? Do you want to go to a casino and gamble a little bit?" And I said, "Well, not much of a gambler, but sure, why not?" So his name was Tony. Tony and I went to a casino. And we decided to play blackjack. And I think we had like $500 each, where we said, "Hey, let's just have a great evening." Could have been $200, not quite sure. Here's what happened. So Tony had a few losing hands. And after a few losing hands, his chip pile was down to half the money that he had. Now, I'm very conservative when it comes to gambling, really not much of a gambler. I barely know the rules of blackjack. Anyhow, here's what happened to Tony after he was down almost half of the money. For the next round, he was all in, right? So no more discipline, all in. Does that sound familiar? What do you think happened? It was another losing hand, and so we left the casino, and Tony wasn't so happy. But you see, this is what I see happening to traders. After a few losing trades, often they do something stupid. I did it in the beginning of my trading career. In the beginning of my trading career, I clearly said, you know what? After a few losing trades, now let's just increase the bet size and try to make back the money that I lost. Have you ever done it? Because if so, you know exactly what happens. Anyhow, so it is super important to stay disciplined. How do you do this? So how do you stay focused? How do you stay disciplined? This is where we go back to having confidence. And you see, it's a full circle. And how do you have confidence by knowing what to expect and by knowing your numbers. What is happening right now? So let me write down here, know your numbers. Super important. Okay. Now, this is why, in order to gain more of the confidence, this is why I have this private Facebook group for my customers. So for those of you who have the PowerX Optimizer or are a member of my private mastermind, you can become part of the Facebook group. So that's absolutely fine. This is where we support each other. Anyhow, let me ask you this. Has this been helpful just to understand a little bit of what's happening right now? And if you have a losing streak, it might not necessarily know what to expect and know your number. And if you found this helpful, please do me a favor, share this video, because I feel many traders may need to hear this. So do me a favor right now, share this video, and there's probably a few other videos right here on my channel that might help you to become a better trader. So feel free to watch any of the other videos right after this one ends, and I'll see you in the next video. Okay. Good. So has this been helpful? I know that there's a lot of questions here, so I want to make sure that we can answer as many as possible of these questions. So let's just see, do we have any questions that we can answer here right now? Let's see. Oh, Claire, so good to see you here. Claire says, Markus is a straight shooter. You can believe him. Really appreciate it. Okay, I just want to, there's so many comments and questions coming in. Really appreciate it. So I need to make sure that I'm picking the right ones here, because there are some that are really on topic, and I want to make sure that we are staying on topic here for a little bit so that you see exactly and I answer your question. And I see that some of you have had a similar experience, that you have had a few losing trades, but that you're sticking to the plan. And I think this is one of the most important things that you can do as a favor to yourself and to your trading account, sticking to the plan. I have unshakable confidence. I know my numbers, I know what to expect, and I know that trading is a marathon and not a sprint. Okay, so Caroline is asking, where can we find these notes? Actually, let me show you. Here's something really cool that my team did. I want to share my screen here really quick. So my team made it possible that these notes are in the members area. So if you go to our website at rockwelltrading.com and then go to the members area, you will see that in the members area, you have access to, I need the mouse here. I need the mouse. Okay. That you have access to whatever you purchased. And then there's also the show notes here. So my team has made it possible. These are free. My team is probably posting a link here right now in the comments or in the description of how you can get this. But you see, if you click on start, this is where the team did a great job of posting all these notes right here from previous videos. Is the market crash coming? Trading and taxes explained, how to start a successful trading business, how to make money even if you lose. And we will post these notes here as well in a little bit. So later this afternoon. Anyhow, so that's how you can get the notes. Okay, let's see if there are any other questions. And I see that Rosemary is here. Rosemary, thank you so much for posting in the Facebook VIP group. It was really your comment and all the comments of the other members in the group that prompted me to do this special session of Coffee with Markus today. Hope that you found that helpful. Okay, so we also did include all the show notes in today's reminder email. Hope that you received this. Anyhow, I see that David says, Captain SAX, Captain Sachs asking, will you sell puts now? No. I mean, why would I? Because you know that selling puts is best when the VIX is above 30. And it is barely above 30. I mean, this is a super quiet market. You want to sell puts when the market is crashing and has found a bottom, right? But right now, no, I will stick with the strategy, because you see, the worst thing right now to do, at least for me in my experience, is abandon the strategy and jump onto the next one. So it doesn't work this way. And yes, when we did the Theta Kings, when we sold the puts, we were just on a winning streak. I think we had 22 trades without a losing trade. And this happens. And eventually there will be a loss. This is what trading is all about. There will be winning trades and there will be losing trades. The key is to keep your losses small here. Anyhow, hope that helps. Okay, let's see. What other questions do we have here? Okay, let me just so BetWriter, you're doing a lot better over trading everything that I'm doing okay to stick to the best stocks. Good. I didn't even look for trades today out of frustration. You see, it's a great comment, and this is what you need to avoid, because yes, it is easy to get frustrated. We talked about it the other day. So should you have emotions? Yes, but the important thing is, don't let emotions dictate your trading. So when you're frustrated, right? I mean, set the emotions aside and then still look for it. You gotta keep plugging along. Otherwise, you know what will happen? You might miss a winning trade. So this is why it is so difficult, and it's important to have this discipline here. So you need to make sure that you have the discipline and follow your plan and don't let emotions get into your way. But great comment, really appreciate it, because it's so easy to get frustrated and to say, I'm just taking a day off or taking 2 days off. Well, these might be the days where you would have entered winning trades. So I just highly recommend go through with it for at least 40 trades. Super important. Okay, let's see. What other questions do we have here? So Doug is asking an excellent question. So he says, $200 max loss for a $20,000 account, therefore 100 max loss for a $10,000 account. Doug, I recommend the 2% rule. Never risk more than 2% of your trading account. However, I'll show you of why my stop loss here is smaller. So on a $20,000 account, Doug, if you're risking 2%, it means $400, right? And this is my initial stop loss. However, here's what happens. I have actually 3 ways to exit a trade. Number 1, when my stop loss is hit. Number 2, when my profit target is. Number 3, when I see that there's a change of direction based on my indicators. And I'm going to show you some real results here. So as you can see, out of these 16 losing trades, there we have it. Out of these 16 losing trades, only 11 of them have been stopped out with a stop loss. The others have been stopped out with a black bar. Now, a black bar for me means that there's a change in direction. So sometimes I got out of profitable trades when I saw that the upward momentum has been slowing down. And sometimes I got out of losing trades before they hit the stop loss. Is this making sense? So Doug, great question. So I highly recommend the 2% rule. Never risk more than 2% of your account on any given trade. Okay, now, Jody, so here's another good comment from Jody. As the market is going down and I see trades I'm in, I changed the stop loss from 2% to 1%, as I've had so many losing trades in a row. Should I be doing this or stay at 2%? In general, Jody and everybody, in general, it is a good idea if you see your account going down to decrease your stop loss. But you see, this is what will automatically happen if you use the 2% rule. Let's say your $20,000 account has gone down to $16,000, right? I mean, wow, that would be a massive loss. So now you base the 2% of $16,000, and that's only $320. But you see, I wouldn't worry about it, especially when you have a lot of losing trades in a row. It now can happen that you have a bunch of winning trades in a row. That's based on my experience, what often happens, right? After a strategy is underperforming, it is overperforming. So I'm wondering, Jody, how much are you down on your account? I mean, you saw it on my $20,000 account. I had what? 16 losses, and I'm only down $600. Why? Because I'm managing my trades. I'm adhering to my stop loss. I'm using the 2% rule. I'm using a $400 stop loss, but then, especially since I'm trading options, often I'm realizing a smaller stop loss than I initially planned. So, which is a good thing, right? Anyhow, great question here. So, Jody, I do believe it makes sense to stick with the 2%, especially since now the markets might turn around and you might just have a bunch of winning trades. So I would not necessarily decrease it. Okay. Good question. So David is saying, I've been stopped out of my last 4 PowerX optimizer trades, and I do not care. Yeah, it was a small loss. That is to be expected. You need to have you have to keep sticking to the rules. The wins will come. You see, David, it's a great comment. Um, I always say you have to worry about your losing trades. Control the losing trades. If you control your losses, the winning trades, they will take care of themselves. The winning trades will come and they will just run away. And 1 or 2 winning trades can you get you back to break even and in the positive. And you see, right now, looking at the results here, I expect that probably over the next 20 trades, I at least have a winning percentage of 50%. And here's why, right? If right now my winning percentage is close to 30% after 22 trades, and overall I'm expecting 40%, it's very likely that now over the next 20 trades or 18 trades or whatever, it doesn't really matter, right? That now I have a higher winning percentage. That's what typically happens here. Anyhow, great question, David. Really great comment. Really appreciate it here. Okay, Rob says, yep, very helpful. Has happened to me. I think it has happened to all of us. Okay, good. Um, so, Radostin is asking, are you still sticking with the exit on the first black bar? Um, so I see that there's multiple parts in the question. No, let me actually show you off what exactly I'm doing. I have been sharing it here, and I'll be happy to send you this plan that I currently have. Let me just pull it up here and show it to you. So, Radostin, here is what I'm currently doing on this particular account. I'm going to share my plan right now. So entry, I use the PowerX optimizer with the default settings. I take all trades unless the stock is completely crazy, the bid ask is too big, and the risk of the option is more than 2% of the account. And here's what I'm currently doing. If the first indicator is going in the opposite direction, I take this as a warning. Only when I see a second indicator going in the opposite direction, I exit the next morning. So what does this mean? It means that on PowerX Optimizer, here's what I do. For example, for the trades that I'm in, I am bringing up the technical indicators right here so that I see if I get a black bar, how many indicators are actually going in the opposite direction. Let me quickly see if I find, I believe it was in GOL. In GOL, we had a black bar today. And if you're following the classical rule, no, it was not, maybe it was GT. I remember it started with G. Anyhow, so there we go. I'm going to zoom in. And as you can see, GT today had a black bar. So if this is your rule where you say, okay, I am taking a black bar and I'm exiting, you're fine. But only one of the indicators has been turning around. And again, according to what I'm currently right now, and there's a test, you see, it says test. I'm not saying that this is better or worse. That's what I'm testing right now. And I don't have significant results yet. It seems right now, it doesn't matter if you're doing it the way how I'm testing it right now or going out with the first black bar. Anyhow, so this is where I wait for the second indicator. And this is why right now I am still in GT because only one indicator turned around. By the way, Radostin, a great way to ask these kind of questions is in the VIP group. I mean, obviously you have the PowerX Optimizer. So as a user of PowerX Optimizer, please ask these kind of questions in the VIP group. This way you can get quicker answers than hoping that I answer it with Coffee with Markus, because as you can see, there's so many questions coming in here right now. Okay, good. So guys asking, why not use a stop order instead of a limit order when setting a profit target? Super good question, Guy. I actually did a video around this. It's called stop loss versus or stop versus limit order. Please watch the video. It's probably an 8-minute video. So important. You cannot use a stop order when you're setting a profit target. And that video explains it to you. We'll leave a link in the description or somewhere here in the comments. Anyhow, good. Oh my gosh, I appreciate all the great feedback. Hey, by the way, for all the feedback, really appreciate if you're leaving feedback on Amazon or on Google or on Facebook. And I want to thank a few folks here who have been leaving feedback over the past few days. So there's, for example, Mike, who left a review on Trustpilot. There's Ian and a few others. If you see your name right here, please send your mailing address to nicole@rockwelltrading.com, because I want to mail you something as a thank you for you taking the time. So Milo, Pierre, Michael, if you see your name and you have left a review over the past few days, please contact nicole@rockwelltrading.com. Send her your mailing address, and I'll send you a small gift as a thank you for taking time out of the day to share your experience. By the way, if you would like to leave feedback, just go to rockwelltrading.com/feedback. We have a collection of websites there to make it easy for you, whether you want to leave feedback on Yelp or on Trustpilot or on SiteJabber or wherever. You see there's a bunch of websites there. Super easy to do this. So just go to rockwelltrading.com/feedback. Donna is asking, great question. Donna is asking, what trades did you get into today? I can tell you what trades I went into today because I have all my notes. So I'm going to share my desktop. So today I got into PAA and PINS. I tried to go into EQT, but I have not been filled yet. You see, this is my testing log. A testing log is different from a trading log. So for my testing log, every day I write down all the stocks that PowerX Optimizer gives me. I then write down whether the bid ask is too high or not. And here for EQT this morning, I wanted to check the bid ask because PowerX Optimizer said it's 55 cents. And I thought, I remember that I recently traded EQT. So this might be from the last data point that we had yesterday. And this morning I actually saw that the bid ask was only 45 cents or 40 cents. So this is why, you see, I have all these notes here. Bid ask was 60 cents on PowerX Optimizer, on 50 cents on Tastyworks the next morning. So I can take this out here. There we go. So the bid ask was okay. Here it was really for PRVB, the bid ask was too high. And you see, these are all the notes. And here you see which ones are filled. And filled were these two. So there you go. This is what I got into today, PINS and PAA. And I believe they're slightly up for the day. Anyhow, okay, great question here. So Monica sums it up perfectly. Sticking to the plan no matter what now. You have to. You have to. Tristan, appreciate the feedback. Tristan says, joined the mastermind program a few months ago. Can honestly say it has been great. Learning a lot. Markus and Mark are awesome to learn from. We appreciate having you in the mastermind. I mean, the mastermind is where we work personally with a small group of traders, and we have calls on Monday, on Tuesday, on Wednesday, and on Thursday. So it's not this coffee with Markus. This is where we have private calls in a much smaller group of traders, and they're usually in the mornings before the markets open so that we can give you feedback on your trades here. Anyhow, good. Christina said, it has been a tough couple of weeks. Yeah, my losses are small. And that is the important thing, Christina. Exactly, right? Because when losses are small, you can recover from them. The reason why trading accounts are getting wiped out, think about it. Have you ever wiped out a trading account? It happened to me in the beginning, happened to me twice. And if you ask any trader of why the trading account got wiped out, it is not because he had a few losses in a row. It is because he had a few losses in a row, and these losses were way too big because this trader was risking too much money. Has this ever happened to you? I know this is how I wiped out accounts in the beginning. I bet half of my account on one trade, very similar to my friend Tony, right? Who on blackjack bet pretty much all in, right? This is what happened. So I have never heard of a trader who shredded their account into pieces by keeping their losses small. Keeping the loss small is, I believe, the key to trading success. Anyhow, Naveed says, after watching your video, I got the confidence again. Thanks. And you see, that's what I'm here for. And this is where also, Naveed, if you're in the Facebook VIP group, right? I mean, please, everybody, who said it earlier, who got frustrated, Vet Rider, I know that Vivette, it's you. so Vivette, when you're getting frustrated, right? I mean, post this in the VIP group because Mark is there, I'm there. There's many other traders who then encourage you. And this is what we like to do here, encourage other traders. I mean, trading, yes, can be simple, but I'm not saying that it is easy. And especially times like this is what makes trading a little bit more challenging. This is when you need support. This is when you need, I don't know, a few encouraging words from me. This is why we are having the mastermind group where I'm there and I'm holding your hand, right? During these times. Anyhow, good. Okay, Skip is asking an excellent question. Skip, really appreciate it. When your losing percentage is worse than expected, do you go back and analyze why that was the case, or you just move on? Well, of course, I'm looking at market conditions. And here's the thing. See, Skip, the strategy, the PowerX strategy is for normal market conditions. Now, do we right now have normal market conditions? In general, I'm going to show you the S&P here. In general, I would say yes, because usually a market likes to go up and we like to have small retracements in between. You see, we had a small retracement here, we had a small retracement here, we had a small retracement here. Now, this one here, where we had a retracement, where in one day, the market moved 5% or 6%. You remember this was last Thursday. So not even a week ago, as you can see, 5 trading days ago. These moves are far and few in between. And I know this. I mean, and you know this. How much does a market move on average? Let's take a look at today's market. So today, the Dow is down 0.6%. The S&P is down 0.3%. The Nasdaq is up 0.3%. You know, most of the time, markets are moving between 0.5% and 2%. So you know that a move like here of 5 or 6% in a day is unusual. Now, here's what I like to do, Skip. I like to trade a strategy that fits normal market conditions, because normal market conditions we have, what, 95% of the time? I mean, don't just look back over the last month or week. Think about long-term pictures. Think about the last few years. Normal market conditions, 95% of the time, maybe 98% of the time. So this is why I know that this move here was unusual. So, and I know that this particular move that was unusual has caused some of the losing trades. I mean, if you have been trading last week, you have probably experienced it the same, right? That on that day or on these few days that we had, Thursday, Friday, and Monday, you might have had a few losing trades. This is when we have these super extremely long bars. They're unusual and the market will go back to normal. So this is why right now, Skip, for me, I don't have to overanalyze it. I see very clearly, I know what has caused it. It was last Thursday, last Friday, and then Monday, I believe, had a couple of losing trades. So, which is unusual market conditions, and every now and then they happen. And pretty certain, no, I'm not certain, but based on my experience, it's very likely that we now have normal market conditions again. Anyhow, great comment here, really appreciate it. Okay, so Naif is asking, do you consider analyzing the support resistance level for the market to estimate the number of winning and losing trades? I don't, for a very simple reason. For me, support and resistance are just arbitrary lines, because they're broken more often than they hold. And this is why I like to use indicators. For me, indicators are more black and white. As you can see, the indicators that I like to use is RSI, stochastics, and MACD. And if you would like to know how exactly I use them, I have a website that I set up for you. It's called mytradingroutine.com. You can get more information there. And if you want to know how to do this on TradingView, I did another video. We post the video probably in the description, and that video shows you how to set up TradingView for my indicators. So, but I know that many traders like to use support and resistance. I don't. For me, it never worked. So anyhow. Okay, good. So Gene says, seems like you're going through the same as I'm, except that I'm still doing well with selling puts on airlines and rental car companies. Good for you. So, here's the deal, Gene. I'm not saying that I'm the best trader in the world. I sure am not. Because as you can see, I do have losses like every other traders. And I'm sure that there's many traders like you who are better than me. And really, that's good for you. And I really applaud you for this. So I'm just showing what works for me and what I'm doing right now. So I'm very happy that for you, you're outperforming. You're better than me. Good. Good job. Anyhow. Okay. So Roger says he's very selective on the PowerX optimizer suggestions. Okay. Good. Good. Zig says there's great stuff there. Only 100 likes. Really? click the like button. Do me a favor. I mean, only if you like it, of course, because if you don't, then don't click the like button. But you see, I'm gauging the type of videos that I'm planning and sharing here with you based on the amount of likes that I get. So this is where I always want to see, is it helpful for you? Do you like it when I share real life results? Is this helpful for you that you see that I have losses too and I've been trading for a long time? Ask every trader, ask every successful trader. Every successful trader will tell you that there are times when he has a losing streak or when he has a few more losses than normal. And if any trader tells you, oh no, I don't have losses, I just make money and every trade is a winning trade, I doubt it. It's not a real trader. I mean, at least based on my experience. Okay. Good. So Donna is asking, did you close TWOU? I believe I did last week. Yeah, I think I hit my stop loss. I can look it up. You see, this is a great thing about having perfect notes. This is why it is so important to have notes. So I can quickly see what did I do with TWOU. Here we go. I closed it out, and it was based on a stop loss. So there you go. And I lost $140. Not a big deal, right? Not a big deal. Okay. Good. So good to see everybody here. Okay. So Raja is asking, can your stop loss come before the black bar? Absolutely. There's three things that can happen. You can have a stop loss or you can have a black bar. And a stop loss can happen before a black bar, and a black bar can happen before a stop loss. This is why you have 3 exits here. Leonard is asking, what do you think of CHK for sell a put? It's a gamble. I mean, these guys are bankrupt. They declared bankruptcy. It's like Hertz and JCPenney. I mean, maybe they can recover for it, but oh boy. So if you have $1,000 that you don't like, you can give it a shot. It's like, I mean, honestly, with companies who are going bankrupt, like CHK or Hertz, or they filed for bankruptcy and there's a lot going on. So this is where it's almost like betting on roulette, right? If it works, you can double it. If not, you lost it. So just keep this in mind. And one of the things, when selling puts, you always need to be willing to own the shares. Now, Hertz recently said, you know what, our shares can be worth nothing, because they are selling shares like crazy right now, and the court allowed it to them, which I think is crazy. But hey, that's what these guys do. And yeah, I think that they will be worthless. So it's a high risk here. It's high risk, so I wouldn't do it. Okay. All right. So what other? I know that we have a good questions here. So Jan said, I know that you're not a guru, but I'm zen again after this coffee with Markus. Appreciate it. I mean, this is what I want for you. I want to be here to encourage you, to give you the tools and strategies that I feel you need when trading. Trading can be simple. Nobody said it's easy. If it would be easy, everybody and his grandmother would be doing it. So let's just, because it's very important as we wrap this up here, I want to share my notes here again that I make available here. Because is it possible to make money with trading? Absolutely yes. You got to stay focused. You got to stay disciplined. And this is where many traders are failing. They don't stay focused. They don't stay disciplined. And this is why there's a multi-billion-dollar industry trying to sell you the latest newsletter, the latest trading strategy, the latest trading system, the latest trading robot. It's a multi-billion-dollar industry, because they know that most traders have a problem staying focused, staying disciplined, because they're lacking the confidence. And that's what I'm here today. That's what I wanted to do in today's Coffee with Markus, give you confidence. And I hope that this helps. And if it does, please feel free to share this video with anybody who who could hear this message, with anybody who might be going through a losing streak here right now, or anybody who also tells you, oh my gosh, I just made $20,000 on one trade. Okay, trust me, this person will lose $20,000 on the next trade. Anyhow, we'll see you again on Friday afternoon, 3:30 Eastern Time, Coffee with Markus, Wednesdays and Fridays, 3:30 Eastern Time, 30 minutes before the markets close. Have a great rest of the day, and I'll see you then. Take care, everybody.